Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I just bought a new earplugs, so I'm trying
Yeah.
to use them. So, hey, how are you doing, Jorge?
Everything is good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah. Excited for the new album to be out.
Yeah, yeah, just can't wait.
Before we talk about the album, you guys are going to do a tour October with Death Angel and Sacred Reich. It's going to be a very important tour for you guys. It's probably, it's two huge, big bands, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you. You guys looking forward, excited?
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah, in my opinion, I'm a huge fan of Sacred Reich of Death Angel myself, of course, for a long time. And in my opinion, I think that this package right now, these two bands are really impressive live. I mean, nowadays, I think that they are in their best moment. So I think that three of us made this package something really crazy, like really, really good thrash metal package. So yeah, just can't wait now. It's like coming back to the European roads, like in a tour like this. It's super exciting.
Yeah.
Wait.
And you guys are also playing 3 shows in Portugal in December. Um, what can we expect? Trashing Mad?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's been a long time that we don't play in Portugal, and especially doing club shows. So yeah, coming back to Porto, coming back to Lisbon, and going to the first time to Faro down
Yeah.
in Portugal, it's going to be really really great. So yeah, I mean, people will see the band in. I think we are also in our best moment. Of course, we're in constant growth every time we try to improve ourselves. So yeah, nothing compare with what they could see in the past. I think that we got a really, really good set on stage nowadays, and especially with the new album, with the new songs and all that stuff. So yeah, I really just can't wait for December and coming back to Brothers
Yeah.
Portugal and see what happens. And of course, I know that there are many great bands who will be playing with us as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't
It,
wait.
yeah, it's going to be good. And one of the things that I realized with you guys, you really are on a really going up in your career. There's a momentum. There is a feeling about Angelus that they're not just a trash band from Spain. It's it seems that you guys are becoming like a trash band from Europe. Do you have that feeling as well?
Well, somehow yes, and actually it's true. So yeah, it's and even I would say that we're not just a thrash metal band. I think that we're opening a bit more the branch. It's not we never been like a classic thrash metal band, like a pure thrash metal band. I think that we've been adding much more ingredients to our music that feels like a thrash metal band. But I think it's we are beyond that. I think that we're more than a thrash metal band in that way. And yeah, of course, nowadays I think that the band became just one of the most important thrash metal bands in Europe. Of course,
Yeah.
there are not so many bands nowadays, European bands shooting over there. But yeah, now if people just ask or could name a few bands from Europe that still play thrash metal there, and like they are quite famous, let's say, playing in the best festivals and all the stuff and touring like we do. Yeah, they would say that probably Angelus Apatrida, Critics, Cannabomb, maybe Suicidal Angels,
Yeah.
Biocancer, that kind of band, of course. So Evile, of course,
Yeah.
Evile, they are back. So yeah, it's a privilege.
Yeah.
And nowadays that we are touring a lot in the U.S., that we cruising the ocean, and we're going there so many tours, and we're planning more tours, more festivals in the U.S. Yeah, of course, they introduce us like the thrash metal band from Europe, one of the best thrash metal bands from Europe. So it's actually true what you said.
Yeah. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds really good.
And let's talk about Aftermath. When did you guys start collecting ideas? When did the songwriting process started?
It's hard to say beginning because we got many of these riffs and songs were composed during the tour. We've been touring for the last 2 years a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of riffs and a lot of even almost songs were composed in the road. Like, not composed, not written or recorded, but composed here in our heads. So there were parts that were composed like maybe 1 year ago, some guitar riffs. So when we started putting everything together, it was really easy to let them flow and let them go out from our heads. And actually, we only got like 2 months before we entered the studio to do a proper production. It was in the months of February and March that we stopped touring, and we were able to stay at home and record demos and all that stuff. So after that, we put everything together, and it was like, I think the easiest time ever that we could produce the album. So in April, 1st of April, we entered the studio and we recorded it. So yeah, we could say like, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like other times you don't have nothing, and then you say, okay, now I'm going to start to write new music. This time was something that was always in our heads. Yeah. Actually, there were some even like abstract ideas that were in our heads right after releasing the previous album.
Yeah.
Things that stay there, like why I didn't do this, or why I didn't. Now I got this idea. Now I got this. So all these ideas stayed in our heads, and most a lot of them became new songs.
Yeah.
And they are in this new album.
Yeah. You start collecting ideas on the road because you knew you were going to be busy and you wouldn't have much time to sit down and write them, or it's something that you guys normally do?
No. To be honest, I would prefer to do it like having like a break, like 10 months of a break, 1 year of a break, and not touring a lot. But after the pandemic, we wasted so many time with the pandemic that we really got the needed to recover from that, and especially economically, because it was devastating for the band and for our company. This is our job. This is our main job. So the pandemic really hit very dangerously the roots of the band and the roots of our company. So yeah, we had that feeling and that need of a tour as much as we could in order to try to recover economically, of course, but at the same time try to recover ourselves, our feelings, to like feel yourself again, like a musician, like an artist, going back to the road, like the things you were doing for the last 15 years. So this is why we didn't stop touring for the last 2 years with this new album. And after that, we say, okay, we could just take a break, but we have enough ideas. So, okay, let's do another album, of course.
And,
So, yeah, normally I prefer to stay at home, like having some holidays or something like that for a couple of months or something like that. But no, this time wasn't possible. Actually, this Saturday is going to be the last festival of the summer regarding the Angelus Apatrida era.
Yeah.
And we start in 20 days. We start a new tour with a new album. So it's like barely 20 days without playing. This is all we can do.
Yeah.
And after this, we will be touring. I don't know. I think that we already have all this year, and the next year is completely full of shows and tours. So we're going to be on tour a lot. So I really expect to have some break after that. Some break.
But, I think it's, there are bands who are struggling to go on tour. And, for you guys to be able to realize you've done 2 years of touring, you get another year that you're going to be on the road, but must be satisfying to be able to do that. And, getting those opportunities as well, because there's a lot of bands who want to go on the road but they can't, and and you guys are able to do that, and being busy in the music business is good.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're really, really thankful for that. We're really lucky that we can do this. This is thanks to all the people around the band, of course. First of all, starting with our families, because they do understand our way of living, and it's not easy for everybody, staying out of home so many times, and so having the support of our families, it's so cool, and of course having this team that we got all over the world with our agents, with Danny here, with Eric in the US, with the people in Century Media Records. It really makes things really easy in that way. And yeah, we're very, very thankful for that. I know that there are a lot of other bands that will love to do this. So this is why also we feel that we have to do it at the same time, because if we don't do this, we could feel like we were just, I don't know how to say it, like, not respecting this life, so yeah, of course, and I mean, I really hope that so many bands can do this, but yeah, so in our case, we're really happy and very thankful that we're so lucky to do this and keep on growing the band and spreading the name of the band all over the world. We're still young. I mean, we're almost 40 years old each one, but metal music nowadays is old.
Yeah.
And so we can say that Angelus Apatrida is still a young band.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a lot of work to do, and really, really honored, and doing this is completely a privilege.
Yeah. And it's one of the things about thrash metal bands and death metal bands. When I started listening to them, I didn't expect them to last, 30 years or 40 years, which is happening with, like Obituary, Cannibal Corpse, for instance, on the death metal side, and Testament, Death Angel, Sacred Reich. And, when we listened to the bands back then, I would never thought in 2023 they would still put great albums. They would still be, in great form playing live. And I think this genre, this type of music, can outlast any other almost artist or genre, so to say, because I think the passion that we all have for this music, it's what keeps us going. And like, I'm not going to say this in a bad way, but pop artists, they do it for the quick success, for the quick money, whatever it is. And I think, and not all artists are like that, I know, but when it comes to heavy metal, it's passion first. And then...
Yeah, of course. We should never forget that this is also business. But this is, there's a lot of passion here. And despite other genres, even inside metal music, you can see other old bands coming back or trying to keep on doing shows, and they really suck on stage. I'm not going to say any name. I think that everybody knows many bands that they are really suck. They do suck on stage, and they have like fake voices and like fake guitars and all that stuff. And they are not so old, because the other day I was watching Iron Maiden, and they fucking blew my mind away. Yeah. They were so awesome. I think I've been watching Iron Maiden since I'm 12. I don't know, maybe I saw them like 20 times. And the last month that I saw them here in Spain, I think it was one of the best shows of Iron Maiden that I've ever seen. So, and they are old. They're old people with 60 or 65 years. It's like they are almost the age of my father.
Yeah.
So, and then you see these bands coming back, and they really suck. They are not able to sing anymore. So it's like, come on, you were famous enough.
Yeah.
get over it. So yeah, as you say, these bands, especially death metal bands, thrash metal bands, they really have this energy. They really treat their bodies perfectly. It's not only passion, but it's like you have to be in shape for that. And for example, the Angel or Testament, they never split, they never quit. They were always there, like Exodus, for example. At the same time, maybe Exodus, they got like a period they were not playing and they were not together. But for example, Sacred Rights, actually they got a big period that they were not playing together. But now they are in a perfect shape. They do really incredible shows at the same time. And many other bands as well. Like Creator. I think I would say that they are in the best time of their lives. Even better, like 30 or 40 years ago. So yeah, definitely. I think this is the way I love to see myself in 20 or 30 years. When I will be like 50 or 60 years, I really want to stay on stage and performing thrash metal and screaming and headbanging and all that stuff, like you say, like Cannibal Corpse, like more Morbid, or the other kind of bands. That's the way, man. That's the way. This is what I want.
You know, in August, I was in Ireland for a couple of weeks, and I saw the Sacred Reich show there, and it was so good. You know, it's great set, great energy. You know, Phil was having the time of his life, smiling. And, you get that when you see a band enjoying, you enjoy even more the show. And, the crowd was crazy and, it was a great time. And, the tour you're going to do, I think it's going to be, it's a great package, as you said. It's, it's probably, one of the best packages that's going to be on tour until the end of this year, music-wise.
Definitely.
And, to whom it may concern, 8 minutes long, it's an epic, so to say, but it seems to be a bit personal as well. What was the genesis of that song? Was it very personal or,
Yeah, there are many songs here in this album that I have to say that there's been always personal matters in the lyrics and in the concept of our music since the beginning. But yeah, I think that this time I was able to do it like in like more open-hearted. Something I think after the pandemic, like everybody else, in my opinion, I started to have much more mental problems, like mental health problems. And so for the first time, I started to go to a therapist and have some help from like trying to avoid and try to break this strange chains of going to a therapist, because there are still people that think that going to a psychotherapist is something like you are crazy. No, I'm not crazy. It's like you have to take care about your health, your mental health, the same way you take care about your body. And you go to a physiotherapist for this, and you go to the gym for being in a good shape, especially when you are getting older. It's exactly the same. It's the same important to have a good mental health. So during these 2 years that I'm going to therapy, I've been able to explore myself and try to take a lot of things out of my head at the same time. And I think it's very good to share it with everybody else. I think so it's like, it's a letter, it's to whom it may concern, because I know there are a lot of people that feels like this, and some of them, they don't have anybody to talk with. Or so it's like, this song is to say, like, you're not alone, and there's always somebody over there, and it's completely okay to feel like this. It's so human to feel like this. There's nothing wrong feeling like this. So yeah, this is in a very personal way like this, but at the same time, it's it's like a message for everybody, for whoever feels sometime with that kind of feelings. It's like just to say, like, dude, it's okay, no problem. It's not a problem, and it's more than okay to feel like this. So we're human beings, so it's just the way. So it happens at the same time with other songs like Cold, for example. It also got like deep lyrics as well, like dealing with depression, anxiety, all that kind of thing. So in my case, it was really, really good and really therapy to let this out and put it on a paper. And now I'm getting some feedback from some fans that they are writing some emails or writing some messages and saying, thank you for this. It really helped me. It's so cool to see that I'm not alone. There are a lot of people that feel the same like me, and especially people that looks like they are successful like you guys, that you're like playing at this and you're a famous man, a famous musician, and you also are struggling with these problems. Of course, it's like getting this feedback when we release the single is really, really satisfying. So yeah, I think we did the right thing.
Yeah. And, I went to a psychologist more than once, and I said, there are days that are better than others. And there were days I left and I was absolutely devastated with the conversation that I had. And there were other days that I was just, joyful and very happy that I had that conversation. And I think it's, that stigma that existed, that you were saying that people only go because they think they're crazy or something like that. No, you can, it's okay to feel the way you feel, but sometimes you need help to understand, what you're feeling. And that's all they do. And I say to people, there are days you're not going to like what you're going to hear. You're not going to like, but at the end of the day, the following day, you're going to feel much better. And, it's a day-to-day process and there is no shame.
Yeah, exactly. It's a long process. There's no solution. There's not solution, but there's no formula for this. So there's no even pills. You cannot drink medicines for that. Of course, you can drink you can eat some pills for anxiety or something like that, but it's everything about knowing yourself, knowing your limits, and understanding yourself. Yeah. And of course, we all have things, even since we were kids, that we don't know that they are stuck inside us, and they are just letting us sometimes be super angry or feeling sad or feeling this way. And it's not a problem at all. But it's really, really good to know why this is happening to you. And once you understand why this happened to you, you start to heal.
Yeah.
You start to heal. You learn how to live with this. You accept yourself. So this is when you start to heal.
Yeah.
But this is a very, very long process.
Yeah, it is. There is no magic wand to fix you in one day. It takes a couple of years maybe, but it will be worth it in the end. I think more important is for people to understand that the problems and whatever it's in their heads, it's still there, but they learn that it's okay to think like that, and you learn to live with it.
Exactly. This is one of the things I say in the song, that it sounds really, really literal, but it's like this. It's like sometimes I wish to be someone else. It's like when you feel like this, it's like this. I wish I could be someone else and not happy. But maybe that someone else got the same problem or even worse than yours. So the next is like, I know it's okay to feel this way.
Yeah.
So and it's normal that sometimes you're really, really scared of what's happening because you don't understand what's happening. But in the end, it's like, there's someone, always there will be someone that can help you. And the real problem with this is that nowadays going to a therapy is really, really expensive. Yeah. And not so many people can afford it because it's nothing. Yeah, it's not included in the Social Security, or it's not the way you need. It's not the way you need to be included in Social Security, of course. So it's really expensive, of course, and I understand it. Yeah. But I think everybody should try, if they can afford it for a period, just try it.
Yeah.
Try a bit. Or at least try to talk about your problems, to talk about what's happening in your head with your friends, with your family. Try to find someone that really understands what's happening, but not trying to search for a cure. like you said, because there's no cue for that. It's because you are not sick.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There's no cue because you are not sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to spread it and let it out. And reach for a helping hand.
Yeah.
like I say in the song.
Yeah, and before we go, just let's talk about the guests. You got Jimmy Jasta from Hatebreed on the song Snob. You got De La Torre as well on one of the songs. Pablo Garcia and Rap Star as well on it. How did you decide the guests for the album? Was always something that you had in mind to work with them?
The only person here that it was like planned for a long time to work together with Shohei, with the rap star, because we're friends for a long time, and I'm really a rap fan, a rap music fan. So we were trying to do something together for a long time, but the rest of the guys were just something that came naturally in a very natural and friendly way. We didn't do much collaborations in the past. We only got like Hugo Andrade from Street Dance in the call, because he was recording our album when we were recording in Moita. So yeah, it was easy to offer him to record some vocals in one song. We also got a guest solo from Chris Amott from when he was playing in Arch Enemy, because during those days there was a very good relationship between our manager and Arch Enemy, and Chris Amott was really into Angelus Apatrida. He really liked the band and wanted to collaborate with the solo. So at this time that when we got Shohei and the rap star, and say, okay, maybe we can try to find some more collaborations, and it happened like super naturally. Like Pablo Garcia is also a very good friend of ours. He's the guitar player of Warcry. Warcry is one of the best power metal bands in Spain. So it was so easy. It was just, hey, Pablo, would you like to make a solo? And he said, I would fucking love that. De La Torre, he discovered Angelus with our previous album. He's a very good friend of Zeus, the guy who's mastering and mixing on our album. And since he discovered us, he says, like, I really like your band. I love your band. We've been in contact in social media for the last 2 years. So when he came with Vultures and Butterflies, I thought that it would fit perfectly with his voice, and I was not wrong. I think that it's incredible the way he's singing in that song, and it's like, getting those goosebumps when every time he's screaming and stuff. It's really, really nice. And almost the same with Jamie Jasta. It happened via email, because Jamie Jasta is running the Milwaukee Metal Fest in the US. So we were negotiating for Angelus Apatrida entering this year's Milwaukee Metal Fest. So we finally got into an agreement. I discovered that the guy I was talking to was Jamie Jasta. I didn't know it. So, and I said, oh, wow, dude, my respects. I fucking love Hatebreed. It's like, I respect you so much. And he said, dude, it's so great to have you in my festival, because I really like your music. I like your band, blah, blah. So after that, when we were recording the album, I said, oh, there are many parts, many songs that could fit perfectly with Jamie. So I called him and he said, dude, would you like to do some guest vocals? He said, fuck yes, I would love to. Let's do this. So yeah, I'm really happy that it happened. It happened like in this friendly and respectful way. There's no money in between. Yeah. There's no contract. There's nothing. There's no interest. Just but helping each other and respecting each other. And in this way, so this is why we wanted to do that. I don't know if we're going to do this in the future again or wherever. I don't care, but this time I think that they put a lot of highlights in this new album, and every song, even the solo, that is just a solo, but it's a great solo from Pablo. That's I think they are also great highlights of this great album.
Yeah, Guillermo, thank you very much for your time. I'm going to dare to say that this is the best record that you guys have done so far. I'm daring saying that, and I really have a great feeling about Angelus. I think you guys are going to really explode. I hope I'm right. And
me too.
It would be nice, to see you guys really, getting recognition for the talent that you guys have. And, you guys playing Portugal at the end of in December. So, all the best for those shows, all the best for the tour. And, I hope to see you guys soon, and soon is December.
Yeah. It's soon enough. I mean, it's going to be just a couple of months. No, thanks a lot. Thanks for your words. I really have that very good feeling as well with this album. Everybody in the label, in Century Media, here in Europe, also in the United States, everybody got like a really good feeling. It's a really good starting point for trying to spread the band in new territories for new people as well. Because it was so difficult for an Spanish band, to go out from the country. I was talking with a journalist yesterday about that. It's like even Portugal got their big band. You guys got Moonspell.
Yeah.
It's like, because a journalist told me that there was a famous band. He didn't tell me who was. I think it was Ginger, because he said they were from Ukraine. That they said it's so strange that Spain got one of the best metal scenes in the world, one of the best metal festivals, but they don't have like a big band. And I say, we do, of course, but you don't know who is Angelus Apatrida, of course, because they were talking about that. Like even Italy, they go like Cuna Coil, they go all the bands, and in Portugal they go Moonspell, but it's like there's no band in Spain. Like, of course, we got many bands here, like many great bands, but no, I do understand what they mean with that. So I think this is something that we should change, but we're trying to change step by step. It was so difficult always to grow behind from Spain, and it's still very, very difficult to people to even with this name, it's like people don't even pay attention sometimes to try to learn how to pronounce the name, because it's quite easy, and it's like, oh, it's not. But I heard hundreds of times, like, if you get a more catchy name, it will be easier. Dude, we've been touring in the United States, and everybody learned the name at the first time. Nobody in the United States, for example, said, and how do you pronounce this? I was just like, no, everybody in the United States, I don't know why, they knew how to pronounce Angelus Apatrida or Apatrida or whatever, but it's like nobody said that it was like a strange name. So we always got that stigma here in Europe, and it was really, really hard to like getting recognition and trying to get respect from other countries. But I think this is already changing for the last 3-4 years, especially with the last release, and with this one, I think that things will change a lot as well. Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, we don't want to become like super famous. We don't want to be like rock stars and all of that. But yeah, getting that recognition, like you said, like exploding. That I think it's a perfect moment, and it's a perfect album for that. Yeah, I agree. And thanks a lot for your words in that way.
And, just to finish, I was at a festival here in Portugal, Milagre Metaleiro, in August. And I saw a few Spanish bands that I never heard that I absolutely fall in love with. Opera Magna, Lujuria.
Lujuria.
And Ada Danza was very interesting band as well. Different from, it's a different style, but... and there was a couple more. I can't remember the names now, but if I look at the photos I took, I will remember. And, I was surprised, especially with the Opera Magna, for instance. They were really good for that style.
They are.
Really
they are really good.
And I was like, we have Rhapsody of Fire, whatever it's called these days. And we have like a band here that can rival them easily.
And they are huge in Latin America. They are huge in Mexico and Colombia and all those countries. They are huge. But here in Spain, they don't have the recognition they deserve. Yeah. They are like it's like never finished to explode here, even in this country. I think that they were a bit late when all the power metal here in Spain was like in a very good shape in the beginning of the 2000s. But they should still be on time for doing that, because one of the biggest Spanish bands are Warcry, and they are like almost a power metal band and stuff. So yeah, I think I completely agree. They are really, really good. It's one of the best heavy metal, power metal bands nowadays. It's Opera Madness. Yes.
Yeah. All right, Guillermo, thank you very much. All the best for Angelus, and I'll see you in December.
All right. Yes. See you there, and we
have
will
a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.
You too. Thanks to you.
Bye.
Goodbye, brother. Goodbye.
Bye.